When you're on your set, you know you're a professional. You have to be in that moment and deliver in that moment.
They walked the red carpet with me on the premiere. Ma'am met them. It was such a surreal moment for me when my mother met her.
कैमरा के सामने अपना एक्टिंग करो, 2 न्यूज़पेपर्स होते थे, उनको इंटरव्यू दे दो to promote the film. बस हो जाता था सब, you know. But today I'd like to say all the best to Shahrukh. I would like to wish that this movie becomes a big success.
So hello dosto, welcome to the Bollywood talk show on IWM Buzz. This is your host Shubhojit. It gives me immense amount of happiness and pleasure to host none other than Madhuri Dixit ma'am over here and the very talented and good looking Lakshmi. सबसे पहले दोनों को बहुत बधाई. And the reviews are coming really nice and of course people are appreciating it. Twitter पे buzz भी बहुत सारा है. People are loving it. मैम सबसे पहले मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा ये चीज कि According to me, I feel कि celebrities का जो life होता है, they have a cocoon, they have a shell around their personality all the time. Irrespective of whether they are facing lows in their personal life, they have to go out there and work camera के सामने absolutely on point. Because audience will not understand उस दिन माधुरी दीक्षित का शायद mood off था, इसलिए let's give her the benefit of the doubt. What I want to know from your end, you have had such an illustrious career. I'm sure there must have been days where you must be feeling low, you must not be feeling good, but still you had to go out there to work. So in those occasions, how did you actually motivate yourself and rejuvenate so that वो difference camera पे समझना है?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a classic, like the Joker thing, right? Even if he's so sad, he has to make people laugh, right?
Yeah.
So I think as part of the profession, we know that's going to be one of the things. It's like, it's not earth-shattering because even for you guys, if you have something going on in life, you still have to go out there, talk about, oh, मौसम इतना अच्छा है, or whatever it is that you guys do, and make it feel, attractive and make it feel like breezy to the people, so they forget their worries in their lives, right? So it's that. I mean, it's work finally. So when you're on your set, you know you're a professional. You have to be in that moment and deliver in that moment, and make it the best possible thing. Anything might be happening in your life. You have to leave it behind. And for that moment when the camera's on, you got to become that person and you have to act and make it real for people when they watch. So because you're a professional and this is part of your life and you do it. I mean, that's what we do.
Actors at the end of the day, of course.
Yes.
Lakshmi, मुझे आपसे ये पूछना है that your character is very interesting. It has its own set of nuances. Interesting relationship है, Cold War type with mom, etc. Whatever, जो भी है. In our age group, you talk about your teenage. If you talk about the 20s, there are many moments जब असली जिंदगी में, हालांकि we know that our parents want our welfare, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं जाके वो तू में it does tend to happen with our parents. बहुत खराब लगता है, बहुत guilty feel होता है, but eventually, we know that, that's how it is. We can't really avoid that. So whenever that happens in your real life as well with your parents or parent, whatever, जैसे जब भी होता है, so how do you actually go forward and sort out that situation and maybe make them happy once again whenever you have arguments?
I think what I've learned is very important to, even if they're your parents, I think it's very important to look at them as individuals first. They are people going about their life, and of course we share a relationship, but they have their own reasons and hardships, and also it's not like someone is experienced to be a father or mother. They learn as their child grows, right? You cannot say that, oh, you're my father, you cannot make a mistake, or you're my mother, you cannot make a mistake. Similarly, the child is also going through. So I think as open that relationship can be, as fair as it can be. I mean, if you can share, I always try to encourage my parents as well as myself कि हम सब कुछ share करें, open रहें, क्योंकि वो ही best तरीका है. I mean, there's great power in sharing your weakness with someone. I think there is some kind of security that comes. And the moment that gets established, the relationship kind of evolves. तो अगर वो होता है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. और कहीं ना कहीं जब वही exactly चीज नहीं हो रही होती है, एक झूठ का कहीं ना कहीं पहाड़ बनता जाता है कि मैं नहीं बता रहा, और फिर बहुत सारी चीजें अंदर रह जाती हैं, और फिर अपने आप डिस्टेंस भी क्रिएट होने लग जाता है. तो आप कितना भी आई लव यू कह लो, उससे काम नहीं चलेगा. You have to really act upon just sharing your feelings, I feel, which is difficult. I have to say, I mean, मैं कहना बहुत आसान है जो मैं कह रहा हूँ, पर करना बहुत मुश्किल है. पर अगर ये हो जाएगा तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. तो मैं वही कोशिश करता हूँ अपने माँ बाप के साथ.
Yeah. But how have your parents reacted? I'm pretty sure they must be very happy. Somebody as legendary as Madhuri Dixit You have of course had a good work portfolio before as well. How excited and happy are they?
They are extremely happy, and they do the nervous bits जो होता है ना, नर्वस हो जाना या एक्साइट हो जाना, वो सारे वो कर लेते हैं. तो मुझे मेरे पे कोई प्रेशर नहीं बचता मुझे कुछ रिएक्ट करना, क्योंकि वो कॉन्स्टेंटली, माई मॉम इज वेरी अटैच्ड टू सोशल मीडिया. तो आई थिंक वो मेरे बारे में कोई भी कुछ भी लिखता है कहीं पे भी, तो जाके ढूंढती हैं, पढ़ती हैं. तो मैं उनको बोलता हूँ कि प्लीज इतना मत सोचो इसके बारे में, यू हैव टू स्टे अवे फ्रॉम इट. आज अच्छी बातें लिख रहे हैं, कल नहीं लिखेंगे शायद, तो यू कैन नॉट गेट अटैच्ड टू ऑल ऑफ दिस. But of course, it's a very special moment for them, and I cannot take it away. So I love them with all my heart, and they've supported me through and through. They walked the red carpet with me on the premiere. I met them. It was such a surreal moment for me when my mother met her, and it was just like, oh man, I felt so happy for them that I was able to do that. And मुझे याद है जैसे मैम से बहुत लोग पूछते हैं कि यू फील वेरी प्रोटेक्टिव टुवर्ड्स योर चिल्ड्रन, द मीडिया इज देयर एंड एवरीथिंग. आई वाज फीलिंग वेरी प्रोटेक्टिव टुवर्ड्स माय पेरेंट्स. इतने सारे मीडिया फोटोग्राफर्स से मैं कहा यार थोड़ा सा, दे आर सिंपल पीपल, दे डोंट नो अबाउट ऑल ऑफ दिस, एंड देयर फर्स्ट टाइम ऑन द रेड कार्पेट. So yeah, it's been crazy what's happened this month, and I cherish it, but it's also important to forget and move on and think about the work.
Touch wood, and may you give many more reasons to your parents to be proud about. I hope that happens for you. Ma'am, मुझे एक चीज बताइए. Again, it's a personal opinion. I don't know how much you agree to this. I personally feel celebrities, they always have a mystery around themselves, because 90% of the people, they're only seeing what they're projecting on camera. They don't know the personality beyond that. Mystery leads to speculations, and speculations simultaneously lead to assumptions. बहुत सारे celebrities के बारे में ऐसे assumptions होता है, which probably some might be right, some might be wrong. In your entire career, if you had to talk about that one assumption that people or your industry colleagues have had about you, जो कि गलत था and जिसके वजह से शायद आपको बुरा लगा, maybe in the beginning phase of your career या फिर even now, it can be anything, that kind of you didn't feel good about that assumption. ऐसा कुछ है आपके career में throughout?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Nothing like particular that I can remember, but I think the assumption is that we are very perfect people, and we're very perfect looking, and we always like this. तो कभी-कभी वो perception मुझे थोड़ा सा ये करता है कि when people come and meet me, मुझे पता नहीं उनको क्या लगता है कि ये एकदम से आएगी, दीदी तेरा ऐसे करते हुए आएगी, या पता नहीं क्या, what she's going to be like, I don't know what they're expecting. तो वो कभी-कभी is little unnerving, but of course I've worked for too many years to actually bother with that.
Absolutely. Laksh, you have already mentioned in many other interviews as well that working with ma'am, you learned a lot. Of course, there were other cast as well with whom you had this amazing experience. अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि that one thing that Lakshveer was there as an actor, that one skill set that probably you did not have before working in Fame Game, which you actually got and developed after working in Fame Game. अगर ऐसा कोई skill set that you particularly developed, वो क्या होगा?
मैंने एक मोमेंट पर आई थिंक इट वाज हर सीन, एंड एक लाइट पकड़नी थी, तो मैंने इनके लिए एक लाइट पकड़ी थी एक सीन, और मेरे को गैफर वहां से बता रहा था कि किस तरीके से करना है. तो आई थिंक दैट वाज अ वेरी स्पेशल मोमेंट फॉर मी, समथिंग वेरी न्यू दैट आई हैड लर्नड. आई वाज वेरी एक्साइटेड अबाउट दैट. I think so I'll take that away, and I think what I've also really learned is the idea of creating family out of the people that you're working with. I think what she has done brilliantly, the comfort that she's created. I've understood how to approach relationships with your co-actors. I think that she's taught me for sure. So I'll take that away.
And you were very vocal about how ma'am made you feel comfortable, even when you thought that you were kind of nervous. But I think ma'am made you feel very comfortable. So kudos to that as well, of course.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why I say now, whenever someone is saying nice things about a performance, it's not me, it's her as well.
Hallmark of a
and
true
it's the
superstar.
team, because we created it together. So
Yeah. Ma'am, last question. We have limited time, but एक चीज funny सवाल, we'll end it on this note. That very famous dialogue, internet पे it's a huge hit. Where you talk to that young actress over there and you say कि अभी तो talent भी नहीं जरूरत होता. You just need PR, hairstylist, etc. Whatever. Of course, that was the character of Anamika Anand that was saying all that. Madhuri Dixit will always be very encouraging to newcomers and younger actors. But मुझे एक चीज बताइए, when you were doing that, कभी at the back of your mind did you have this thought कि यार ये कोई line है जो शायद किसी को it might hurt, it might rub someone the wrong way, because I'm pretty sure you have your colleagues, their children are working, their people might be coming. कहीं ना कहीं जाके वो fear था आपको कि people might, certain people might not like.
Yeah, there was no fear. एक ही था कि because I'm a star in my life, and then Anamika stars, is a big star in her life at that point.
Yeah.
तो कहीं ऐसा ना हो लोग भूल जाएं कि ये this is a character and not the actual person saying things. तो जब इसकी न्यूज़ बनी तो मुझे थोड़ा सा लगा I hope they don't think I think this way, because I think आज के बच्चों पे ज्यादा pressures हैं, because हमारे वक्त क्या होता था जब when I had started is that कैमरा के सामने अपना एक्टिंग करो, 2 न्यूज़पेपर्स होते थे, उनको इंटरव्यू दे दो टू प्रमोट द फिल्म, वो ट्रेलर वेलर आता था, बस हो जाता था सब, बट टुडे देयर सो मेनी प्रेशर्स, दे हैव टू डू पीआर, दे हैव टू डू दिस, दे हैव टू डू प्रमोशन, फिर इंस्टा पे भी होना है, फिर ट्विटर पे भी होना है, ये भी करना है, व्हिच आई एम एक्सपीरियंसिंग नाउ. आई मीन आई एम गोइंग थ्रू इट टू. So my sympathies are with the kids that they have so much more pressures now than we did when we were starting. और ये सबको ही करना है. All the newcomers, everyone, whether you like it or not, it's part of your whole portfolio when you are an actor. It's part of everything that you have to do. So I have a lot of sympathy and that for them. But of course, Anamika, because she is a very insecure person, she feels that way.
You were talking about Insta game. Your own Insta game is, I think, pretty strong and giving tough run to all the modern day actresses. That is definitely there. Ek aur cheez, ma'am. Shah Rukh sir has been a very special co-star for you in your entire life. बहुत time बाद his fans had been waiting for Pathaan. आज जाके वो teaser आया and the release date and all is out. Any special wishes that you would want to extend to Shah Rukh?
Yes, I'd like to say all the best to Shah Rukh, and I would like to wish that this movie becomes a big, big, big success.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lakshmi. Thank you so much, Madhuri ma'am. A pleasure indeed. All the best for everything that you do in the future, and may you all be in the best of your health all the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.